In this video, we're going to be finding solutions for proportions in similar triangles with quadratics. In letter A, we're given that triangle KRD is similar to triangle WDP. We're going to use these sides to find x. So let's take a look at our corresponding sides. We know that KR corresponds to WD, and RD will correspond to DP, leaving KD corresponding to WP. Now that I know I have corresponding sides, I can set up a proportion. My proportion is going to go from the small triangle to the big triangle. So I have RD, which is x plus 1. That corresponds to the 2x. We're going to set that equal to KD, which is 3x plus 1. And that corresponds to WP, which is 4x plus 3. Now we have to cross multiply. So we're going to multiply x plus 1 and 4x plus 3. That's going to give us two binomials, x plus 1, 4x plus 3. And then we're going to multiply 2x and 3x plus 1. So on the left side, we're going to have to use FOIL to multiply this out. What does FOIL stand for? FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. So our first terms are x times 4x. That's going to give me 4x squared. My outermost terms are x and 3. That's going to give me 3x. My innermost terms are 1 and 4x. That's going to give me 4x. And my last terms are 1 and 3. That's going to give me positive 3. Then I'm going to set that equal to this expression after I distribute. So 2x times 3x, that's going to give me 6x squared. And then 2x and 1 is going to give me 2x. Next, I'm going to combine my like terms in the middle on the left-hand side. So we have 4x squared plus 7x plus 3 is equal to 6x squared plus 2x. So because we have an x squared term, we're going to combine like terms, and we want to get them all on one side. An x squared term means that we're going to have a quadratic equation, which means you're going to have two answers typically for x, which means we're going to have to use some kind of factoring or quadratic formula to solve. So let's move the 4x over by subtracting it, so I can make sure I have a positive variable term. And I'm also going to move over the 7x, and we're also going to move over that 3. So after I move everything over, we're going to have 6x squared minus 4x squared, which is 2x squared. And then we have 2x minus the 7x. That's going to give me negative 5x. And then we have to move this 3 over. So subtract 3 from each side. That's going to give me negative 3, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Again, when you're doing these, you really want this A term to be positive. So we're going to try and factor this using the magic X or a diamond problem. So when we're using a diamond problem, the top number is the A term multiplied by the C term. So 2 times negative 3 is going to give me negative 6. And then remember, this bottom one is your B term, which is negative 5. So I need two numbers that multiply to negative 6 and add to negative 5. What are those two numbers? Those two numbers are negative 6 and positive 1. So negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So because I have a coefficient here, we're going to draw a line and put that coefficient right above where I just put those two factors. So one of my binomial factors is going to be represented with this 2x minus 6. And you'll notice that we can take a 2 out of here. So if I factor out a 2, I get x minus 3. The other binomial is represented by these two terms, which is going to be 2x plus 1. Now, you can't factor anything out of the 2x plus 1, so we're just going to leave that one the way it is. Remember, we're trying to solve for x. So in order to do that, we have to set each of these binomial factors equal to 0, which is the zero products property. When you set the x minus 3 equal to 0, you get an answer of 3 for x. When you set the 2x plus 1 equal to 0, you end up subtracting the 1 from each side, giving you 2x is equal to negative 1. And when you divide by 2, you get an answer of negative 1/2. This is what we call an extraneous solution, because if we were to substitute that back into some of my expressions that represent length, for some of them I would have a negative answer. So this answer wouldn't work. So the only answer you have for letter A is x is equal to 3. Let's take a look at letter B. We're given that triangle FYM is similar to triangle BVM, and we're going to solve for x. Go ahead, highlight the shape to match corresponding sides. I'm going to set up my proportion to go from the large triangle to the small triangle. I'm going to start with the 3x. So the 3x corresponds to the x plus 4. And then the 3x plus 6 on the large triangle will correspond to the 2x minus 1 on the small triangle. Now we're going to cross multiply. So we have x plus 4 times 3x plus 6, and then 3x times 2x minus 1. Now we're going to have to multiply these together, and I'm going to use FOIL. So my first two terms are x and 3x. That's going to give me 3x squared. My outermost terms are x and 6. That's going to give me a 6x. My innermost terms are 4 and 3x. That's going to give me 12x. And my last terms are 4 and 6. That's going to give me 24. And we're going to set that equal to 6x squared minus 3x. Now let's combine our like terms in the middle. That will give me 3x squared plus 18x plus 24 is equal to 6x squared minus 3x. Now I'm going to move all of this stuff over to this side so I can have a positive x squared term. So we're going to subtract the 3x squared. We're going to subtract the 18x, and then I'm going to subtract the 24. That's going to give me 3x squared minus 21x minus 24 is equal to 0. So before I'm factoring, I notice that I have a coefficient of 3, and both of these terms can be divided by 3 evenly. So let's go ahead and divide a 3 out of every single one of those terms. So that's going to give me 3 times x squared minus 7x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now I can factor this using the diamond. I need two numbers that will multiply to negative 8, and those same two numbers are going to add to negative 7. What are the numbers? Your numbers are going to be negative 8 and positive 1. My coefficient is just a 1, so all that means is I'm going to put just an x above these terms. So one of my factors is going to be x minus 8. The other factor is going to be x plus 1. And if we set those equal to 0 to solve for x, we get x is equal to 8 and x is equal to negative 1. So remember, I can't have a negative 1 answer, because if you look up here, that would give the length of this side a negative length, and that's not possible. So that's an extraneous solution, and our answer is just going to be 8. In letter C, we're given that triangle KRD is similar to triangle WDP. We're going to solve for x. Notice in these triangles, we have a side that's parallel to the other side in the triangle. What theorem are we going to use to set up our proportion? We're going to use the side splitter theorem, or the triangle proportionality theorem, because we have a line that is parallel to one side of the triangle, and because it's intersecting both sides, it creates sides that are proportional. So I know that AE is going to be corresponding to RF. This is the base of the smaller triangle, and this is the base of the larger triangle. The 3x minus 1 is going to be proportional to what side? So the 3x minus 1 is this right side of the smaller triangle, and in the larger triangle, it's going to be this distance and this distance. So the 3x minus 1 is going to be proportional to the 3x minus 1 and the 4. And when we simplify that, that's going to be 3x plus 3. Next, we're going to cross multiply. So we have 2x plus 1 and 3x plus 3. We're going to multiply those two together. So 2x plus 1 multiplied by 3x plus 3. And then we have the 3x minus 3 multiplied by the 3x minus 1. On both sides of the equal sign, you have two binomials, so you're going to have to FOIL on both sides. On the left side, that will give you 6x squared plus 6x plus 3x plus 3 is equal to 9x squared minus 9x minus 3x plus 3. These will simplify to 6x squared plus 9x plus 3 and 9x squared minus 12x plus 3. I'm going to move all of these terms to the other side by subtracting them all from this trinomial. So 9x squared minus the 6x squared is going to give me a 3x squared. Negative 12x minus the 9x is going to give me negative 21x. And then 3 minus this 3, that's just going to give me 0. So I have 3x squared minus 21x. We set that equal to 0. So I just have a binomial here. That means I'm not going to use the diamond or magic x. So we're going to look for common factors. What can I divide out of both of these terms? We can divide a 3x out of both terms. So the 3x is going to come to the front, and that will simplify to x minus 7. And then we set both of these factors equal to 0. So 3x is equal to 0, making x 0. X minus 7 is equal to 0, making x 7. If we look at our answer here, it is not possible to have an answer for 0 because if I plug that in, I'm going to get a negative value here and a negative value here, and I can't have negative lengths. So the x equals 0 is going to be extraneous. So my only answer for x will be 7. In letter D, we're given that ray RE is a bisector of angle DRN. We're going to find x. What theorem would I use to set up my proportions? We're going to use the triangle angle bisector theorem because if I have a ray that is bisecting the angle of a triangle, it's going to divide the opposite sides into two segments that are proportional. Segment RD is going to correspond to segment RN, and DE is going to correspond to NE. For this one, I'm going to set up within ratios. So I have 5x over 4x minus 3, and that is equal to 8x plus 2 over 5x plus 5. When we cross multiply, we get 4x minus 3 times 8x plus 2, and then 5x times 5x plus 5. Let's go ahead and FOIL on the left side. So we have 4x times 8x, that's going to give me 32x squared. 4x times 2 is going to give me 8x. Negative 3 times 8x is going to give me negative 24x. And negative 3 times 2 is going to give me negative 6. We set that equal to 5x times 5x, which is 25x squared, and 5x times 5, which is 25x. Next, we're going to combine our like terms of 8x and negative 24x. That's going to give me negative 16x. Next, I'm going to subtract these terms to the other side and combine my like terms. So let's subtract the 25x squared, and then we're also going to subtract the 25x. That will give me 7x squared minus 41x, and then don't forget we have this negative 6 over here. That didn't combine with anything on the other side, so we're just going to write it at the end. All of this is going to be equal to 0. My coefficient is a 7. It will not divide into these two terms, so we're going to set up a diamond and factor. So I need two numbers that will multiply to 7 times -6. So two numbers that multiply to -42, and these same two numbers will add to -41. What are the two numbers? The two numbers are -42 and +1. Because I have a coefficient in front of my x squared term, we're going to write that coefficient above my two factors. So we'll have a 7x and a 7x. This is going to represent one of my binomials, which is 7x minus 42. Notice that the 7 can be divided out of the 42, so we want to go ahead and take that out. That will leave me with x minus 6. And then my other binomial factor is going to be 7x plus 1, both equal 0. When you set x minus 6 equal to 0, you get an answer of 6. When you set 7x plus 1 equal to 0, you end up subtracting the 1 from each side, and then this will give you an answer of -1/7. So we already know that this answer is going to be extraneous because if I plug it back in, it's going to give me a negative length, which length can't be negative. So our only answer for this problem is going to be the x minus 6.